On today's episode, we are going to be playing a healer, which is honestly, I'm sure I've said this about 1,000, more than that, far more than that, times, but I don't really enjoy healer. That being said, I think it is freaking broken when you have a very good DPS and main tank player on your team, and depending on who you're picking, you're going to have a really amazing time. So the team comps today: Gul'dan, Sylvanas, Rexxar, Anduin, ETC versus Jaina, Kira, Anna, Garrosh, and Tychus. So we picked Anduin because the enemy team banned Auriel, because 4 of them are in a group, and I believe they're actually part of the one of the TESPA teams that's playing in the collegiate series right now. So this is probably just them grouping up for some practice before their matches. But there are 4 people on their team who are in comms doing stuff, and then 2 people on our team were partied up. There are ETC and our Sylvanas. One of them a master, the other a GM. No, it's not our ETC, it's our Rexxar. Pretty sure. Anyway, the reason I'm playing tank is to let these other people play what they are feeling the best at. Obviously, our Sylvanas player is doing magically. So, Anduin is, and always will be, I feel like, a very strong healer, but I understand why a lot of people say, oh, Anduin's OP. I don't think he is just pure OP. I think he is, he makes the enemy team do a lot of stupid things. So it's difficult to really equate how strong he is outside of what you can just visibly see. Like, so obviously his trait, the Leap of Faith, is incredible. You just yank people out of danger. It's fantastic, super good. But the rest of his kit is fairly strong as well. As you can see, the route just there after the ETC slide going an extremely long way, and the hitbox gets bigger as it travels. So that's some really hard-ass CC, making things... Oh, I'm asleep. Yep. Don't even need to pull anybody, though. Thank God ETC is there with the knockbacks. Look at that. That's like 3 routes max range, and the hitbox is huge, just catching people left and right. I think that is one of his more underrated abilities, because it's just such a huge area of effect. And if you're playing against Diablo with an Anduin, like, all his engages get instantly fucked up if you just hit an E at the right time. Shadow Charge is going to get caught. He's going to go in and just get stuck. He's going to blow a whole bunch of cooldowns. It's really, really good ability. And then his Q, obviously, it's a very mediocre amount of healing, but when you're taking the level 1 talent that we do, which is not Inner Fire, that's the level 4 talent, it's Renew, you're going to essentially create more healing off of your Q, and you're going to be just keeping your team topped up. So Anduin has the ability to save people later on, but in the early game, all he's going to try to really do is keep his friendly health bars above 75%. So the more the game scales, the better you are at saving people when they're low. But in the beginning of the game, you just want to make sure that people don't get low, so you don't have to worry about using your D or saving them in some kind of like a horrible, terrible situation where they get stuck. So don't trade your D for things that you can save with your Q, just by being a little bit aware of your friendly team's health bars. We got Rexxar in the top lane dealing with everything he's doing. Get the easy fort with the Zerg wave on the bottom lane. Big couple corruptions from the Gul'dan, taking stuff down. I'm not sure how many stacks does he have. 20 already. Damn. So as far as Anduin goes, I do want to mention that my build, I'm not entirely sure if this is the correct build, but this is the build that I started playing with this character on his release, and it's been the most consistent for me. So, at level 1, we took Renew. I don't like Bold Strategy because I don't like the increased timer on Flash Heal. At level 4, we took Inner Fire, which is going to increase our attack speed and attack range, making it easier to land those Renew auto attacks. And then Power Word Shield at 7. I also think that you can take Blessed Recovery. Binding Heal, I don't know if there's actually enough healing from that ability, or from that talent, to make it work. Because these two are providing some very immediate... some very immediate benefits, whereas Binding Heal, like we said earlier, this Q isn't really going to save anybody. It's going to be an overtime, like, sustained, keep your heal going kind of thing. So, I don't know if that's necessarily good for that. It's probably good in the way that you can keep yourself topped up, but once the end of the game rolls around, you're going to want that immediate shield or that immediate burst of health when you get slapped. Can we get him? Can we get him? We're not in range to pull. We can't pull him out because he's too... Ow. Too far out. He should have canceled that life drain early and just walked away. I should have just walked further to the right to pull him away, but at the same time, there were a lot of poor decisions made right there. ETC going to make it out with the power slide. That's everything that he's going to do. So back to the build here. We're going to take Light Bomb at 10 because I think it is more consistent than Holy Word, Salvation, and with the Grenade, the Knock Up, the Sleep, the Spin, that's 4 interrupts for that big-ass ability that I don't want to keep track of, so I'm not going to take the Healer's ability. We're going to take Light Bomb. We're going to make sure our team can get super aggressive. We've got the ETC with the Power Slide. We've got the Sylvanas with Herco in. We can always make it on Misha if we just want to charge on top of that. So at level 13, we'll pick up Enchant Boots Line Speed for that permanent 5%. And we get a shit ton as long as we don't have our D on cooldown quadrupled. So we get 20% just permanent move speed when our D is off cooldown. 16, we are going to pick up Inner Focus, which is going to immediately reset our Q, and it's going to heal more. And then when we hit people with our W, it's going to drop the cooldown of Inner Focus. I don't like Light Well, because it requires your team to just kind of stand around the Light Well and get the healing. It's probably a lot of heals, but it's an 80-second cooldown. I don't like that at all. No, thank you. And then at 20, we'll take Desperate Prayer because this is just an ancestral, and all you have to do is stand for 2 seconds. And if you're positioning correctly, it's great. Using Desperate Prayer places Flash Heal on a 10-second cooldown. Huh. Light Bomb out. We got the stun. Okay, the Ana is going for the saves. I pulled Misha by mistake trying to get the ETC. Stun in on the Garrosh. Jaina and Garrosh taken out by our Sylvanas and the Zerg Wave. Nothing they can do there. We're just going to keep healing people up. Keep pushing forward. We've got plenty of siege damage and full 5 members with a camp on the bottom lane too there. Look at that. Yeah, so now that we've gone over the build, the game's almost over. You're welcome. Kira going into 5 people. Not real sure why. Thought that healing was going to save her, but doesn't look like it. She does heal for a shit ton, but it's not enough to stop 5 people in a Zerg Wave. Learn your limits! We've got our Light Bomb back up. Our team is backing up now that we've got the keep. We don't want to throw away the advantage. Gonna let things go reset ourselves, get some mana and some health back. Keep pushing out onto the map with the camps here. Now, at this current moment, I know a lot of people are thinking, well, why did you just go in and kill him some more? Because that's the bad thing to do. But it's still somehow, even in Diamond and Master, people are 100% ready to just run it down on the core or on a keep and try and kill the enemy team repeatedly. Even though their Hall of Storms is right there. They're going to be respawning fast. They're going to be respawning with full health and mana. You take the building and then you leave. You don't suicide into nothing into the enemy team because you want to get fancy with the kills. Stopped the Kira spin with our pull. She did not die. Lost Misha, but we took down the Kira. Looks like Anna and Jaina are next. Garrosh is on the list. That is how you stop Kira from fucking up your team. Oh my god. I wasn't expecting you to go so hard on the bottom side there, Sylvanas. That's what she said. But that's okay. She was trying to make plays. She's the playmaker on our team. I mean, well, honestly, ETC and Rexar are, but still, you know, she's doing things. Yeah, what was I saying? Oh, right. Kira was in the middle of her spin. We needed a way to stop her from spinning, so we pulled the spin target, made him unstoppable, and then Kira suddenly is just stuck in the middle of our team. Everything is all sorts of fucked up. Trying to throw the route where I thought she was going to land, but she took the whole spin and ended up in the middle of our team anyway. Yeah. A lot of poor decisions coming out from the Kira player. Looks like team call is to pick up the boss, and then I'm assuming take the objective, because I don't think the enemy team is going to try to fight us for anything at this moment. They're not stopping the boss, even though I'm sure they know that we're on it. Gonna go ahead and try to channel... They're not even channeling the objective. I wonder what their plan is. Ooh, can we get the Kira again? She hit the wrong button. We're gonna root her. Even though ETC knocked her back, we hit her with the E because the E grows on its travel path. That is a fucking awesome ability. Just really solid, super consistent, ultra root. Love it. Absolutely freaking love it. Got ourselves a shield with the Divine Star. We're watching our tank go in. Gonna get the roots. Is the enemy Jaina. We're gonna give ETC a bit of a shield, but mostly take him for the stun because there's nothing we could do there. I really didn't want to waste my pull on him because I think he was just dead anyway. Looks like our Sylvanas is very low on mana. I am very low on health. I don't want to go in just yet, but we've got the shield. Misha is in front. Still very low on our mana pools. We've got the inner focus now, though, so we can heal for a bit more. Whew. Boss is going to take out the bottom keep. Let's give Sylvanas a heal. Give her another heal. Fling a root. Stop that engage from going onto the Rexar. Oh boy. Please don't die. Can we get him? Nice. Nailed him in the middle of his ult. Kept both of our players up so they didn't joy to him. And now the Zerg Wave and the boss are just going to absolutely run over the enemy core. Isn't that... Look at that. That's so cool. With the Archangel and the Ultralisks and all the Zerg and the woof. Just whoo, crushing it. Rexar taking the MVP with 0.5 deaths. You're welcome. I saved Misha quite a few times. So, just saying. Who's the real MVP here? Yeah, it's Rexar. Here is the build again, in case you didn't get it during the video. That was a pretty quick game. So, Renew at 1, Inner Fire at 4, Power Word Shield at 7, Light Bomb at 10, Enchant Boots Lion Speed at 13, Inner Focus at 16, and then 20 would have been Desperate Prayer. So, I appreciate you hanging out. Hopefully, we got some decent learning for you on the Anduin. And if you're a healer player, I mean, there you go. What more could you ask for? If you wanted any other hero, though, please let me know. I'll do my best to try and see what they're all about for you. And with that, I'll see you next time.